sorry, I am running behind today. I was confused by my phone. So, we're here sitting directly next to the air conditioner because I'm dying from the heat. It's so hot. Hey Pinky, hey Yvette, how's Man Beast? Hey Pro, hey Erica. Hey Jan. Hey Sabea. How have all of y'all been this week? Hey Witch and Gnome. Yeah, it is so hot here, Pro. Like, it's gross. And no bra day as well. You. No, sorry, we were just running late. Let me see and make sure I can get into my Padlet so I can see y'all's comments. Ooh, and I also need to be in live chat instead of talk chat. It has just been a doozy of a day. We have... Hey, Millie. I don't know if y'all can hear her. She's currently in her kennel right now. Hey, Elijah, but we have a puppy. She is... I don't even know where to begin. She's a very good girl. And she's ours now. And that's that. So, whether or not I stole her from the neighbors is completely inconsequential. Today we are working on leatherworking for the first time in ages. Oh, you guys, I'm checking my email because that's where I emailed the link for the video to myself, and I've gotten like quite a few emails from y'all being like, hey, are you okay? Yeah, we're okay. I'm just slow. Thank you guys for checking in on us though. We will show the puppy a little later. She's in for her nap right now. We're trying to be very, like, it's helpful to be structured in what time you do feeding and, like, the order of things. So we feed her, she goes down for a nap, we wake her and take her outside to pee-pee poo-poo in the yard, and then we play with her, feed her, she naps, the cycle endlessly repeats, but it's been helping reduce the amount of puppy accidents in the house. Yeah, puppy. We still have Salmon Z and Ember, but like 2 weeks ago, y'all will remember the shop update where we were like, this is Grandma. I found her in the yard, and I took her to the neighbors, and the kids were on the porch, and I was like, is this y'all's puppy? And they were just like, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, here you go. It's your brand new freaking puppy that, like, I mean, baby teeth was still clean. Like, so I don't know what had happened. But then it was last Friday, the live stream. I went out to put my chickens to bed, and she was curled up asleep under the wheelbarrow. And she'd been visiting me in the back garden a lot in between, and it's like we'd see her running around, and we're like, brand new puppy on a busy road, like, what is going on here? And apparently she was not their dog. I think the kids lied, you know, because children never lie. So we brought her in to just foster through 4th of July weekend because puppy, fireworks, busy street, not a good combination. So we kept her. And we were going to be, we were like, okay, well, let's take her to the animal shelter and, you know, see if she's a very cute puppy. Her behaviors were improving, like her food aggression and her incessant gnawing on your hands and face and anything that she can put her mouth on. Just puppy stuff. But she was already improving in that, and I was like, she's going to be a really good dog. And then the morning that we were going to take her to the shelter, I was having like a complete meltdown, and I was like, but I want to keep a puppy, and like, and Randy I wore him down, I think. I don't know if he feels like I wore him. He probably feels like I wore him down. Did I wear you down, honey? He says you've been wearing me down since day one. Excellent. Something was touching me, and I don't know if it was my own hair. Do I? Okay. Anyways, but yeah, so that's what's up. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Organic. Kim says, hope you're staying cool. It's 106 here. Ooh, yeah, it's Grandma Millie. Grandma Millie Billy Baby Butt is her, I think it's Grandma Melina, because she has really sharp teeth from the Mortal Kombat character with the mouth full of, like, sharp teeth. So, yeah, Grandma is ours now. Maddie's doing pretty good. How are you doing, Maddie? Pretty good. Pretty good. She says she still doesn't like being on camera. She's sitting next to me playing Breath of the Wild. Huh? Right you are, Ken. That being said, let's get to work. So, let me get I'm going to scooch this back so y'all can see. I know that the air conditioner is loud. That's just life now, you guys. So, this is the leather working station. And this is the story of a girl who took the river and drowned the whole world. And her name was Millie, but ouch. So yeah, this little camera arm is clamped onto, over here it's clamped onto a brick, like a block of wood. And the camera just comes and sits right in there. Bonk. And then I pull, hey Stephanie, how's it going? And I pull like that. And this way I can move my arms and I'm not hitting a tripod. Pinky says, yay, Grandma, she's so cute. She is adorable. See, Z is getting along a lot better with her, except for now he has to wear a cone on his head because he kept chewing on his butt. And Sam's doing better. He just stands there barking now instead of, well, it's better than running away maybe, but I'm glad we have a big enough house that Sam can have his own space and Millie can have her own space. But man, she is good at breaking into Sam's space. But we're trying real hard to keep everybody happy. And then today, I think Millie decided, like shortly before the live stream, that she hates Randy. Like, oh, what were you doing? Randy says she hates him sniffing her, because he'll come up, okay, trigger warning, but he'll come up and go like, all over the dogs, because I guess he wants to taunt me that he doesn't have allergies. Maybe he, monster. But and it really upset Millie. Like she was like barking and growling at him like, don't you sniff my ears. So it was cute, but also I think she might grow up to be a pretty big dog. So we need her to not hate Randy. That'd be cool. Okay. Pro's going, how's Maddie and Randy? Randy! Get in chat, babe. Say hi to everyone. Oof, Brenda. Ooh, on vacay. Right on, Zen. So I have two different weights of hammer here with me today. I have this heavier, oopsie. I have this heavier one. And I'm just gonna cram some stuff over there. There we go. And then I have a lighter one. And I'm gonna be using the heavier hammer for this texture stamp. I am working on a waist cincher, and then I'm going to be working on a much overdue leather book cover. So we will see what all we can fit into today's live stream. Because we do also have an after party. But yeah, I'm just coming through. I cased the leather. I've already beveled the edges, like cut it out, beveled the edges. Well, prior to beveling, I used a wing divider to do, like, our leather corset design. This is basically just a shorter version of that, and I'm doing all of the exact same steps as in that video. So, cut it out, used a wing divider to do the lines, beveled the edges, used my swivel knife to cut the lines. Now I'm wetting it. And I can't find my continuous sprayer, because I think it's been so long since I worked on leather that I just used them all for my plants. And lost them. So yeah, that's a thing. And I'm gonna mess about with the tripod just a little bit more. So how are all y'all doing today? First time I've had to cut your live. Well, hey, Eric, how are you doing? Hey, Cindy. Okay. So hopefully y'all can see okay what's happening. I hope you can hear me okay. But I really like this hammer. It's pretty hard on my arm because it's like freaking heavy. But all it takes is one solid whack and you get a really nice imprint. Now I've cut this line into the leather and I'm doing the tooling right along that line with my tool not perfectly flat against our work surface, but angled just very slightly, if you can see there what's going on. Hey Sarah, I hope you're having a good day. We missed you, Witch and Gnome. Like, it's a little bit, yesterday's tutorial was a little bit more specific, I think, than what folks expect from our master classes, but we're just deep diving into weaving currently. Okay, and I'm erring on the side of being a little further away from the line, risking being over the line, because I do not want to tool in this, in the border area. Okay, and now I'm going to change out tools and change out hammers. Why you no fit? Boo. Okay. Elijah says, I'm using my roller mill and some files to experiment with adding textured wires to my wraps. Oh, that'd be so cool, Elijah. Okay, but yeah, definitely using the lighter hammer for this one because we want to be gently tapping and walking the tool along that cut line. And this is a textured bevel foot. Hey Sherry, how's it going? Ah! Hey Jennifer. This says, I thought I would get an early night tonight. No chance I'm going to miss your live stream. Eee. Well, maybe the cacophonous whacking of leather will lull you off to sleep. Working on dragon scale earrings and necklaces, great as long as it's in AC and binge watching Stranger Things. Yeah, we watched an episode right before getting ready for the live stream. It's some good stuff because we haven't watched the episodes that were released on July 1st. So, because we wanted to we rewatched all of seasons 1, 2, and 3, and now we're rewatching all of season 4 because like we'd watched what they had of season 4 when Maddie first got here, and then are working our way full circle back around again. It's good stuff. Oh. Yeah.
Maybe we should go back and rewatch the other episodes in case we forgot.
Right? No spoilers, though. I'm not going to talk too much in depth of it. Elijah says, yesterday's classes are important to something I had planned in the videos I'm working on. Put together everything I've planned. Oh, right on, Elijah. Whew, Brenda. Witch and Gnome says, I need to get back to weaving. I've got a couple dozen calves and gemstones to wrap up, but also rewatched last week's after party, and I want to play with clay, but not tonight, just relaxing before work. Relaxing is a very important craft in and of itself. One that I forget to do too much. So hats off to you. Yeah, how's the audio on this? Do I need to like move the camera further away or like put some tape over the microphone or something? Right on. Oh, do you have your headphones on? Are you watching the stream?
You told me to get in the stream to talk to you.
Ah, well, thank you, honey. That tickles me. Not to be biased or anything, but Randy's my favorite man. He kidnapped me years ago, and the Stockholm Syndrome really set in, like, solid on that one. Maddie just made a pouty face. Maddie's my favorite fan. Randy's my second favorite. How's that, Maddie? She just pointed out, I was like, number 2. I can't pick favorites.
I'm sorry I can't be her.
It's okay, honey. Patricia, I live in Missouri currently. Pro says audio is good. Right on. For now. Can you share with us where you got that arm that holds your cell phone? I got it on Amazon, Hawk. If you search like clip on, I actually think we have it in our craft room office supplies section of our Amazon shop list. No, we always encourage folks, Elijah, to teach what you know the way that you know and do it, because you're going to click with people that I might not click with. Like, there's enough room for everyone to be a teacher. It's the spring one? Okay. Well, we'll have to update that, but because it's really important, because I'm going to show you guys real quick. No, I don't have any cords over here. This is the arm that we used to use. And the thing is, though, is my phone is so heavy that the spring mechanism that adjusts it, when we would put the phone in it, it would slowly, like, sink. So we get the one that has not springs, but these little tightening notches. And it's actually really great because you can see, I don't want to mess with my settings right now, but if I loosened this, I'd be able to slide this arm anywhere along here. And if I loosened this, I can slide the arm, and then the head joint has full, like, movement. Like, it could, we can put it however we need to. And it costs probably twice as much, but is exceptional. And then we bought these clamps separate. And the clamp had a little thing that this latches onto. And so, yeah, it's like for like $75. It's my favorite setup. Just because I can put my phone in it and go. And the reason why I don't use any lighting or clamps for the tripods that clip to my table is because if I shake the table, then the camera's shaking. It doesn't matter that it's on a tripod, it's still shaky. So that's why I always clip on to a piece of furniture that I am not making contact with, in a desperate hopes to still, not shake it. And then I'm here bumping the tripod anyways. What's up, baby? I used to. And then I plugged everything in somewhere else. That's how long it's been since I've done it.
Wait a second.
I'm thirsty. Right? Whoops. Randy's helping me. But no, exactly. It's like we shortchange ourselves. Okay. We shortchange ourselves if we only, like, I hope y'all watch all the other wire wrapping channels. Learn as much as you can. Hey, Gary, how's it going? 16 hours, 35 minutes till Bristol. Right, thank you, honey. Nomad says, I was surprised that it wasn't jewelry. I've been enjoying the videos lately, getting a lot of good ideas for wire wrapping and such. Right on. Do you mean you're surprised that today isn't jewelry, or that yesterday's wasn't a specific design? But yeah, these leather... Huh? I don't know. Let me see. Yes. I am making a waist cincher. So if I can show you guys... These two pieces here are going to be, they're going to have the leather latch, or the swing clasp latches, 1, 2, 3, and then they're going to have, this one goes on this side. That might not be the right piece, but I'm going to be riveting it overlapped on itself. So I'm not entirely certain the pieces are in the correct order, anymore because they may have gotten mixed up when I was casing them in the sink yesterday. If there's anyone who is a fan of yelling at bears, I could have a great channel. Like, rawr bears? Or like... Anyways. Surprise today wasn't Julie. I'm disabled with nerve damage in my hands and arms. Oh man. So I work super slowly, but thanks to your videos, I learned about good uses for nylon gel pliers. Right on. Well, I'm so glad to be helpful to you. And I'm really I think that's awesome that even through the difficulties, you're sticking with it. I hope I can take a page out of your book when I find myself in that situation. Yeah, it's like a belt for around the waist of a pretty dress. It's not good. We're not shooting for Ren Fair levels of aesthetic, but just kind of fancy. Oops. Okay, yeah, I am gonna have to come around just a little bit. Hey Laura, how's it going? It's a waist cincher, so it's it's shorter than a corset. There we go. And I like this tool because it has a rounded edge and then a squared edge. And I like to use the flat side of one of the squared edges. Okay. Now with this thicker leather, casing it just with a damp sponge is not working. So I'm going to run to the kitchen real quick. I will be right back.
Leaving forever, aren't you?
No. Do you want to come say hi to these kind folks for just a minute? This might take me a minute.
Guys, I think she went to go get milk. We may never see her again. Hello. So, wait a minute. Her camera shows that... Well, maybe. I don't know. I do still have all my fingers. Okay, yeah. On her phone, I cannot see my finger. But on the tablet, I can see my finger. That is so weird. There we go. There it is. Let's see the side to side. Let's see. Oh, duh. It's because I'm really close for it. Let's see. Yeah, the side to side seems to be right, but the top and bottom is weird. Huh. Is she zoomed in? I'm not gonna mess with her settings. Let's see. Where are you from? We wait. Well, I'm from Tennessee. Vaughn's from Ohio. We met in Texas. Went back to Tennessee, and now we're living in Missouri. So, hope that answered your question. Tracy can see my finger. That's good news.
What's all that for?
Oh, Vaughn's back. Did you get the milk?
No.
You didn't even get the...
I forgot the leather in the sink. No, wait, I need to get the leather in the... Okay. Yeah, I put the leather in the sink and then ran to the bathroom real quick and then came right back in and completely forgot the leather. So, whoops. I am two-boxing, watching the video all in one and typing in the chat on my desktop. Ooh, right on, Nomad. Debbie says I'm from Tennessee. We used to live in Tennessee. It's beautiful there. Oh, yeah. Baby on the way. No, just fat. Thanks. Hey, Tracy, how's it going? So whenever you case leather, it becomes a lot more flexible. Well, that one's not a good example. But it becomes a lot more supple. Yeah, there we go. This one's nice and dry. Doesn't have a whole lot of flex to it, whereas this one, very, very supple. You got milk. No, I think Randy was just thinking like going to the store to get milk and not coming back. We used to live in Fayetteville, Tennessee. Well, actually we lived in Elora, which is like, used to be 45-minute drive away from Fayetteville.
They got a post office.
They got a post office now.
And a gas station that burnt down.
And a gas station that burnt down.
But they opened another one across the street.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did it burn down too?
Yeah. And then they reopened the first one.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my god. Could you let Millie out to go potty?
Yeah.
Thank you. Sounds like Millie is awake from her nap. So just coming through. Hey Penny, how are you doing? Oops, okay. Up the tripod goes just a little further. So I hopefully stop hitting the tripod. Oh no! Oh my gosh, Nomad. So the thing is that the leather's still pretty soggy right now. Hey Meadow, did you get a new critter? We did. We had found a puppy in the backyard. I guess now it's 3 weeks ago. And like we played with her a bit, but I took her to the neighbors and was like, "Hey, is this your puppy?" And it was just the kids on the porch, and they were like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, well, I found her in my backyard, so, you know, here you go." Like, here's your dog back. And it turns out it wasn't their dog, because the parents just put the dog right back out, and she was kind of floating around the neighborhood a little bit, and I was losing my mind out of frustration, because it's like, brand new baby puppy, supervise it. Like, especially in this heat, especially with it being 4th of July, and it's like, I was very agitated by it, and, but felt like, you know, powerless. And then last week's live stream, I went outside to put my chickens away, after it was all said and done, like after the after party and everything, and this little white puppy was curled up under my wheelbarrow, sleeping in my backyard, and there's like people popping off fireworks and stuff, and I was like, that's it, you're my dog now. Like, if the neighbors, they can come knock on the door, and it's been a week and no one has knocked on our door, and this is my dog now. So it was basically like and also when the universe throws a puppy at you, you gotta catch it. Like, you just got to. Oh, Penny. Oh, Penny. There aren't any words. If you need to talk, send us an email. Ooh. Oh, I don't have any books, Patricia. Like, I'm not sure how you mean. Yeah, I think it's the Pebble Backgrounder. Let's see if it has a number on it. It's the Tandy Leather Tool E294-03. if that's helpful to you. I don't know if the camera's going to pick up on it. She has no idea that she won the lottery finding your house. Yeah, I don't know. She's started pooping solid for the most part, and that's really helped our sanity, because last week was just absolute pure and utter chaos. If we weren't taking her outside to poop every 20 minutes, we were cleaning up poop in the house, and it's just, you know, my favorite smell. I don't know. Check kitchen. She's empty? Cool, that means she peeped and pooped. Hey, Tracy Williams, how you doing? Grandma was cute too. Well, her full name is Grandma Melina. Grandma Melina. As she slow motion like comes to like bite your face. Count, count, count. Right on. Meow meow, that's such a cute name. It just occurred to me, one of the best names for a dog would be Bork Bork. Because if you're like yelling for your dog out of the front porch, be like, Bork Bork! Bork Bork! Yeah, it's not too late. We can train Millie to come to that. I have no idea what breed she is. It's kind of hard to tell on puppies. And after, I think Randy's feeding her right now. Feeding and playing with her, so. Bork, bork, binking, bork. Are you selling books for crafts? No, we don't have any books written or anything. We do have some written tutorials. But those are just kind of like a bonus for whenever somebody buys one of our specific kits. You might be thinking of CLS or CSL. Gosh, which one is it? I think it's CSL. Designs. She has some books on wire wrapping and kumihimo that are phenomenal. How's it going, baby? Good. She does like to watch Sam poop. And Sam's just over there like, give me some peace, woman.
Entirely freaked out by the hummingbird.
What hummingbird?
One that came right here and was just like,
to you or to her?
Yeah, to me.
Randy.
I looked down at her and she was like,
Oh, I haven't seen a freaking hummingbird in weeks.
I did.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad to know that they're still out there. I need to top off the feeder. Okay. So whenever your leather is a little wetter, you don't get quite as crisp of a tooling. So I'm going to lay these guys out flat over here on my rack, just to the left of me, to the right of me, because I don't know which direction is which. And I'll work on this one next. But yeah, to case your leather, you just hold it under till the bubbles stop. Gary says, get on it. More PDF content to make available. Dude, I need to like clone myself about 5 or 6 times and put each clone of myself on a different task, and then I would still not get everything done in a day that I need to get done in a day. But we're working on it. Oh, shoot. I was in top chat this whole time, y'all. I'm sorry. Ah! Oh, nice names, Witch and Gnome. When are you going to start writing and printing a book for your craft work? I have no idea. Like, it's a really good question, but it's a big reason of, a big part of what we do with our tutorials is we want very much to keep that information free and accessible. And I guess we could, just put it in like libraries and stuff, but I really want to make sure that, you don't have to spend money on a book. You just log into YouTube and I lost my tool. There it is. You can just log into YouTube and learn it for free. Oh my gosh. Oh, Penny. Keep us posted with as things develop, if you would. Okay. Tracy. Useful in so many situations. But yeah. Okay. I know I keep moving this, but I'm just trying so hard to find an angle where I can read and work at the same time. Bye, Tracy Williams. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. There we go. Now we're getting some nice depth on there. Whoop. Good grief. Alright, here we go again. Fooling about with the tripod. Take 12. Pro says I need a vacation. Same, buddy. Same. Hey, Laura. I am making a waist cincher. Working on a new design because if this works out, more of that PDF content that Gary was talking about, we'll be able to put the pattern up on the website. Though really, I might just include it with our leather corset template, because it's really just a short version of that. And I don't know how I feel about, you know, charging for two different designs that are basically the same, just one shorter than the other. I keep losing all my stuff on. All right, on. Amazon's a really great source for different labels and things like that, as is Fire Mountain Gems. And so we're just tapping along. There we are. Because the nice thing about PDF content is it's digital, so we don't have to produce anything. I only have to make the thing once. The bad thing about PDF content is I'm terrible and inconsistent about making it. And that's a really big hurdle for me. Like, step 1, be less terrible. Step 3, profit. Right? Rhonda Hauser. Hey, Rhonda. Thank you. Got the witch to paint some more calves since I finally used up all the ones she'd already gotten done. It's hard to get her away from the gardens though. Well, how's y'all's weather been? So I know it's been hot here and very, very dry. So even though the weather's pretty miserable for it, I've been out in the garden every day, just getting stuff watered. I think, who was it? Was it Stephanie or Misty? One of y'all was telling me about putting shade cloths over your plants to, like, you know, take the edge off of the hot part of the day. And I think that's brilliant, and I really want to do that over our tomatoes in the greenhouse area. I say greenhouse, it's an old carport frame, like one of those cloth carports. Ooh-wee. Hey, Sherry. Right on, Nomad. Okay, so now, I mean, we're making solid time on this. I only need 4 more of this piece. Ooh, I found this part of my swivel knife. I'm always losing too much rain here in Indiana. I was hearing that. Okay, we're gonna have to go take a puppy break, I think. Puppy break, everyone. Okay, so I'm gonna come in here. I was gonna just take her into the kitchen.
Just stay over there.
Just over here? Okay. Randy says to just stay over here. Well, how do you want me to do this? Will you sit over there? Hey, Millie, Millie, Billy, baby, butt, salmon, zero, doggy, oh. She's chewing on the tripod. So this is Millie. Hey, Millie. Oops. So this is how. Hey, little Millie. Who that pretty dog in the camera? Who that pretty dog? That little demon dog. She's nothing but fierce feistiness. Okay, ow. Ow. Stop looking at the camera. Okay. Also, our house is filthy. Judge me. Hey. Whoop. We got the rope. We got the rope. Oh, we've got the rope. Oh, we got the rope. Yes, we do. Oh. All right, so today's live stream is brought to you by there's a puppy and I'm distractible. Yee-hoo. And Z won't stop chewing on his butt, so he has a lampshade on his head. Oh, he's a good girl. Yes, you are. Oh, you're so ferocious. You're the most ferocious little Millie dog. Ow. But yeah, she needs played with like 72 hours a day. Oh, there's butt right on the tripod. Yep. And Z's just bitter. Hey, Z. It's okay, honey. Oh my god.
Z.
Oh, Millie, what are you doing? Millie, Millie! Stop chewing on the tripod. I'm in the midst of a vicious puppy attack. Ow. Oh, there she goes. And she's gonna sit on Sam and Z's bed. There we go. Oh, he's a good doggy. Oh, here she goes. This is quality content, you guys. Randy, help. I'm being sworn. I've completely done this to myself. But okay. Okay. If you, okay.
Hand me the camera.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna get back to crafting before I lose a finger. So yeah, that's Millie. And that's what happens when we don't supervise her, is Elijah goes into grumpy big brother mode. But he's got that dangle down.
You said Elijah.
I was reading the screen. Z goes into grumpy. Sorry, Elijah had just commented LOL. That's Millie's little bark. You see a little butt? Let's see if she's gonna bark at him again. No, because like her howling into his cone is like talking into a can. It just puts the sound right back out at you. Oh, okay. So, that's been our life in a nutshell this past week. Oh, come on guys, let's get along. Is that Sam? Okay.
Alright.
So yeah, pure chaos. Yes, anytime. Anytime y'all want to watch me get... What? And that's Millie viciously attacking Randy, who I think she hates.
It's fun. Hey! Alright, back to the camera.
go. Okay. She is the cutest. How's the computer doing? My laptop we can't use it for editing in any capacity now. So, and Randy's computer is slowing down hard. We will able. You okay? Well, hey, is her laundry done? Okay. Do you want to put a different, like that red towel with all the holes in it? Okay. Yeah, she whines for a little bit when she goes into her kennel, but we're trying to get her trained that that's like her space. This way she can be calm and private. Because when she gets riled up, she is intense. With the power of 1,000 suns. Her very own megaphone. Exactly, Sherry. Yep. But yeah, it's just old computers, and we need to get a new one. But we'll see if that ever happens. So, but we did get the vlog edited, and the vlog will be premiering at 11 a.m. on Saturday. But yeah, she's got a little bit of that boxer underbite. But I don't know what breed she is. But salmon's ear mutts. I love mutts. How is the hard drive space on the computer? Oh, I have no idea. I do just about everything out of an external hard drive. So there shouldn't be too much on the computer, and Randy does a pretty good job of keeping that stuff tidy. Like, he's a very digitally person, or tries to be, and then I come through and just go full Millie. Look, kind of Jack Russell. She definitely, her playing mannerisms seem to be terrier-esque, but time will tell. She's at least half pity. Uh-oh, pit bulls are illegal in our town. Oh well. Pit bulls are illegal in our town, and Penny Van, she said she looks at least half pity. I figured because technically we're over our legal limit of pets, and if anybody like gets like mad about her being a pit bull, I'm just gonna put goat horns on her and say she's a goat. Yeah, it's our yard goat. I think we have all the ram in there. Or do you mean goat? I have a horse. Well, a Great Dane. Right, Pro? Yeah, she's our screaming goat. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that'd be cool to get her DNA tested and see what is up. Millie goat. Oh my gosh. Are you okay though, honey? You're gonna be bleeding for a while? Oh, okay. I like Millie goat. Okay. So after this one, we're down to 3, and then we can start staining, painting, and assembling. So the nice thing about a waist cincher like this is corsets are literally, the panels are like 2 to 3 times as long. What did that piece of leather do? I don't know. It's just in case. It's as an example to the other pieces of leather. Yeah, right, Elijah? Tell animal control it's a yard goat while you hand them $300 inside the paper saying she's a goat. Yeah. No, fortunately, so far, we've had pretty cool neighbors who are also illegally keeping chickens. And so it's like they just, animal control doesn't come to our neighborhood. And we also, since we keep the dogs inside all the time, except for when they're, you know, playing in the backyard, and the backyard, at least in the summertime, is relatively secluded because of the way we do the garden, that I don't think anybody will be, hopefully we never have to worry about it being enforced. Unless one of y'all calls, which would be a real dick move, I'm just gonna say. But that might also be the perfect, well, I'm not gonna say. Right? Yeah, is what we're thinking, Penny. Keep a poodle wig handy. So we're just moving this stamp along. And now for jewelry applications. Amy, that's hilarious. But the jewelry applications of this is you could be making leather bases for wire woven bracelets, a leather base for a dragon eye bangle cuff. You can make leather necklaces and different things. So just because I'm working on a waist cincher, the techniques and, you know, things that I'm doing are applicable for all sorts of different applications. So the same tooling tools that I use. Gary says, how long has it been since you played with leather? At least 6 months. Nah. I stand by what I do. Nomad. Oh. Gotcha. Oh no, Stephanie. But yeah, Millie comes out and me around while I change my hoses out for the soaker hoses in the garden. Oh, and I'm all pixelated and weird. That's great. Hey, Pammy Joe, how are you doing today? There's another one, and now we are on to the last one of two. Working right on. Aw. Gotcha, Misty. So I'm just going through around that edge. The pixelated pixie. Oh, Stephanie. They just leave a hole in our lives when they leave. There we go. And now we'll be going through with the small hammer and the beveler. And we are just going to walk this tool right along. There we go. Have any stress? Bang it out. That's right, Pammy. There we go. The reason why I'm beveling after the first stamp, let's see if it'll show. Well, first off, it helps me cover up any little mistakes that I may have made, but it's also whenever we put on the antique gel, it's going to gradiate from this first stamp into a much thicker dark line. And in fact, if I had a little bit of scrap leather in the same size, I'm going to case it real quick. So this is a good example. You just hold it under and you can see the bubbles possibly squeezing out of the edges and rising up to the surface. Woo! That just flicked water everywhere. But yeah. So we'll do this one as a little test piece. And once I get to staining, I'll be able to show you the difference. It's purely for design purposes, like for the aesthetic of it. Bye, Hawk. Have a great rest of your day. There we go, and on to our last piece of leather. So the way that I did this is I went through with, this is a wing divider, and I just marked a line with the wing divider. And then I come through, and I do like the ceramic tips, like the ceramic blades. And this is a swivel knife, so it has a little ball bearing in there. So you can apply pressure from the top, but turn the knife to have a bunch of control. And I'm just going to do a nice deep cut. And this is pretty thick leather. It's about 4 to 5 millimeters thick. I'm not sure what the ounceage is off the top of my head, but I think I have a tool for that over here, but I don't know where it is. So yeah. So I'm going to do a little bit of a sampler over here of just...
Huh. Guess what we just got?
What'd you just got?
A reply from Love Forge.
Are you serious? Just now? After 2 weeks?
I'm glad we weren't waiting on it.
Oh my god. Okay, whatever. Like, I'm so done with them. Okay, so I'm gonna do this down to like the 2/3 mark. And now from here, I'm going to do just the bevel foot. And so hopefully this will be able to demonstrate, and if you can see there on the edge, how much deeper it goes in right here since we've done that bevel. So by doing both of the tools, it gives a nice like texturing down into this bevel where the antique gel is going to be quite thick and give a really nice like kind of fade off. Right on, Nomad, that's so cool. I've never really had the time to actually be active in the SCA, but I've always enjoyed my conversations with SCA folks. They sure are, Liz. Right on. We've vended small Ren fairs that had SCA presence, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. We don't sell well to SCA folks because everybody makes their own stuff. And then the stuff that we have, they're like, they didn't have aluminum back then. Like, there's always somebody who's like pedantic, just taking all of the fun out of the job. But I like hanging out with them. I just don't like selling to them because they don't buy, well, they buy materials. But we have more fun just going and participating. Oh, I'm sure the folks in the SCA would be more than happy to help teach you. Hey, Lori, I am making a leather waist cincher. Hi, hey, Al. Yeah, she does look like a bully mix. Which I can't believe that somebody would just drop off such a cute puppy. Or, you know, if she were the neighbor's dog, why they wouldn't come, like, knock on the door and be like, hey, that's our dog. Because, like, everybody in the neighborhood has seen me watering the garden with her. SCA is the Society for Creative Anachronism. It's historical reenactors, but even farther back. We haven't. We're hoping we can muster up some funds. And really until, what, yesterday? We weren't even certain we were going to keep her. But yesterday was the first day that we woke up and she hadn't exploded diarrhea. So, oh, I love that, Nomad. know, but I love that idea. Yes. She's on day 5 or 6. I'll have to check my calendar of her dewormer. Hey, Brooke, how's it going? Okay, and just like that, all of the tooling is done. And now I'm going to case, I need all of the leather to be at the same moisture content so it absorbs the dye the same. So I will be right back. I'm just going to be dipping this stuff into the sink. Yeah, these ones are the ones that I did yesterday, so they'll need cased. I will be right back.
Yes.
So you sniffed her again,
Yes.
and that's why she got mad.
Yes.
Randy,
What?
you gotta build like, you gotta not sniff her and let her start liking you.
That's what she does to Sam.
Well, she's a dog. Of course she sniffs Sam, and Sam gets mad too.
I know.
So why did you expect a different reaction from
I
her?
want her to taste her own medicine.
She's like 10 weeks old. She's not gonna understand the concept. Okay. Oh, we might be like lagging or something. She saw me walk through. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go refill her bowl. Yeah, she had eaten up the rest of her food and was like, excuse me, I'm still hungry. She a growing puppy. Okay, so we've cased, huh?
You're just saying that because she's double.
She really has doubled in size this week. Are we gonna end up with like a 300-pound horse dog? Stay tuned to find out. Okay, find out next time. Yeah. Oh, Stephanie, thank you so much. She just donated $25 to Super Chat and said new puppy fund. Stephanie, thank you so much. That's amazing. Her paws sort of show how big she'll get. They're pretty massive. Like, Maddie was even like, those are some pretty big paws. Could I get a super durable body? Mine isn't so super durable. Same, Al. Same. Okay. So now we get to, I want to scooch some stuff over. Hey, Maddie, I'm going to take this whole table.
You know,
Yes. She just chugging her water. Okay. So, I'm gonna have to do some stuff. What the hell? Are my gloves? I'll be right back again. Oh, goodness. My knife trial gloves.
Yeah.
She does not. Until she goes a week with no house accidents, we're not taking her upstairs where there's carpet, or rugs rather. So she doesn't sleep with us yet. And also, it's still me, Randy, and Z-Dog in a twin bed. So I don't think that would go well. So we'll wait till we get the king moved back down from the attic. Oh, it's a split king, so just 2 twin beds, really. Okay. So I'm going to be using some Lavender magazine pages. What'd I do with... There they are. Huh? This isn't one of those magazines, honey. Okay, I have to tell y'all the story, and I don't know if I told it already, but I get a magazine from Ulta, the like cosmetics and store, and Randy usually gives them to me because I like the little smelly pieces, and it turns out Maddie likes the little smelly pieces of like the fragrance testers. So he handed her a magazine, being like, "Yeah, do you want the smelly pages?" And she's like, "Yeah." And it's a Lavender catalog. And so I looked over, and Maddie's just going like, like flipping through, and she's like, "It's all pens and planners." And just the look on her face was like straight out of a meme, and it was amazing. But
in my defense, it looks like an ultimate.
It does. It kind of has that same.
Unless you read it.
Yep. Because tubes of lip gloss and thick pens look very similar at a brief glance. So I'm not judging you. I'm just laughing at you. So. Right? There we go. Reading is fundamental. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to be just applying this with my hands directly onto the corset pieces. What the?
And smells.
I'm really missing my continuous mist sprayer right now, because that's usually what I use to help clean up the dye. But the dye that I'm using is Briar Brown. I'm going to shake that up. Penny says she's been on her own mostly outside and has probably drunk puddle water, and if she's got a hold of trash or water from roof shingle drainage, that's toxic. Her tunnies probably. Yeah, and she's doing better. She's doing a lot better, Millie is. So this is Briar Brown, and it's an antique gel, which the way that I apply this, you can see that is like dummy thick. And I just take it, and you want to smear this around into all of the nooks and crannies of your piece. What's up? Ah, gotcha. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and do that sample piece as well. Because with gel antique, you do not, or antique gel, however you say it, you do not want to be stingy. You want to really glob it in there so that it gets into all of the tooling that you've taken all the time and energy to do. And then I'm going to be doing the back in a black oil dye, I think. But we may also just, I'm going to scrape the excess off with my hand and then just start rubbing it in. So yeah, so I'm not super worried about the sides and the back right now, because that is going to get a black oil dye put on there. And then we have our little damp cloth. Is applying stain or dye better if the leather is wet? It depends. Whichever you decide to do, I just recommend being consistent with it. So that was a little damper than it should have been, I guess. But I'm going to come through now and just buff off the surface of our leather. And you can see how that gradiated down and in. I find I like to do it when my leather is damp because I feel like the dye more readily penetrates. So if you have parts of your leather that are less porous than others, the water will wick the dye into those parts whenever the leather is consistently damp. Whereas if you have dry leather, it might streak in a little bit different. And it really depends on what result you want to get. And some of them, like with the oil dyes, I prefer to do that onto dry leather. So it's a crapshoot, really. So I could have gotten away with doing that marbling much, much heavier with that background tool. But here you might be able to see the difference. So it's still gleaming from being wet, but just the way that edge looks with the tool and then with beveling and no beveling. So it's entirely your own preference. So those are the two centerpieces. I like to do them at the same time. That way the leather, the dye stays on the leather for the same amount of time. So, and you can see the only waste is whatever little bit gets stuck onto my hands or wiped up onto the paper towel. So I'm just going to do a little glob, massage it on in. Whereas if you use like a sponge or a wool dauber, I feel like whatever tool you're using to apply can sometimes use, like, it soaks up so much product. And this crap's expensive. Well, I mean, cost adds up. Any way that I can make something a little bit more efficient. I know, even though, you know, I'm an agent of chaos, but still, it's like if I can stretch something, I'm gonna. So I just wipe with my hand, and then I'm scraping, and then rubbing it in along the edge. And then we just buff in a circular motion. Now also, I'm going to be dry brushing along the edge and doing that little bit of a marbling pattern. Even though the antique gel didn't settle into it, whenever I dry brush, it will pop up on the surface. So that's something to keep in mind. And then, yeah, again, not really worried about the back. We're going to be hitting that with a different product. There we go, just massaging it on in. And then we can just buff off the extra. There we go. There's another piece down. I love that briar brown. It's probably my favorite color of leather, of the antique leather dyes. Yeah. Yeah, you can, Kelly. Are y'all a Windows Mac household, or do you use any Mac? I think we're Windows. The only Apple we have is my drawing tablet, which I guess is just a tablet. It has a normal tablet things. It's an iPad? Okay. I don't know what that means. I do art on it sometimes when I have the time. Like, that's what we got it for, so. Business expense. But honestly, I don't know, like, how to move files on an Apple product. Like, I'd have to completely relearn how to computer. Your cool book on gnomes. Ah, right on. Oh, that's so cool, Witch and Gnome. Okay, so just rubbing all that in. Buffing it in. Oops. Because I just want to take the excess off because we'll be buffing this again after it's dried in a bit. I just want to make sure that there's no, like, heavy spots other than down in the grooves where I want it to be. Rubbing, rubbing, rubbing. Do 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 do. And then buffing off the surface. And there's another one. And I'm having to, like, get creative with where I'm setting these so that they dry without touching each other. And oh no. And then coming through. Ooh, Awaken says, if you need help with anything Apple, I'm an Apple Store genius. Oh, right. Oh, I can't touch the screen because Tracy the forbidden chocolate. Oh, I couldn't read the rest of your comment. Also build PCs if Randy's down to build one. Ooh, right on. A whole lot of it is we're just trying to be as conservative with our budget as possible right now. And so it's, if we can milk another week or month, or I mean, we've been milking this computer for a year and a half. Be like, we can squeeze a little. Since what? Since last Black Friday, he says. We've been trying to squeeze just one more month. Just a little longer. But I love it. It's like finger painting leather. There we go. And again, just swiping my hand to get that material on there. And then burnishing it into the edge. And again, I don't want it to be streaky. And then rubbing off the excess from the surface. Expose a fresh bit of paper towel. There we go. There's that. I think leather is generally seen as a chew toy to a puppy. Yeah, well, we try really hard to give Millie, I mean, same way we did Sam and Z. We have always made sure to keep chew toys in stock in the house because we have to give them the opportunity to be a good dog. Whereas if we don't have any chew toys and we're not playing with them and, we're just sitting around working all day and then they start chewing stuff up and acting out, it's like that's us letting them down. So I have to give the dogs an opportunity to be a good dog, which is why Millie's got a great big kennel. It's big enough to fit Sam and Z in it, where they have room to turn around. So she's got a nice big. I mean, she doesn't live in it, but if we can't keep a direct eye on her, she goes and hangs out in there. Just because we can't have her chewing on cords. Just peeing on the electric outlets, which is something that she's done. If that thing hadn't fallen over and then she peed on it, she'd have gotten zapped. And it was just in a blink of an eye, you just look the other way to, pick something up, and off into mischief they go. So, and so that being said, I try to keep all of the leather up on tables, up out of snout reach. Yep, exactly, Pro. And Randy and I have had dogs since year 2, so for 15 years we've been having our fur babies together. Randy goes for 87 years. But, so this isn't our first rodeo, but it's our first rodeo with Millie. So, I like to come into it like I know nothing. I can't wait to get to know her as her personality emerges. She is very adventurous. And Z was actually worse than Millie about trying to eat your face. Like, Millie gets riled up, but Z at no point did he ever not want to be eating your eyeballs. He was like, I have to have your face in my mouth right now. Ever since he was a puppy. So yeah, all of them are different, human or canine. So I'm just excited to meet her. Huh?
I'm gonna start dinner.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I'm gonna wash dishes.
Sure. Right now, or me?
I'm going to wash.
Oh, I can't hear you, baby.
You do you, babe.
All right. I love you. Bye-bye. I have no idea what that beautiful man's talking about. Because I'm sitting in front of the air conditioner and he speaks at the exact same frequency as the air conditioner. It's hum, I guess. Alright, I think it's time for another tag. There we go. Cause I'm sad as a dog, and it's just a dog. Came with Windows Vista. Oh, I loved Windows Vista. Because our computers were Vista, and then they made us do Windows 10. And we were like, no. So yeah, I'm in the same boat, buddy. But yep, just rubbing the excess off the surface and off the back, because this is starting to get kind of soggy. And this is our last one. I've got to be careful with little thumbprints and stuff like that, because sometimes you never know what'll stick, and sometimes that thumbprint it stays oversaturated. There we are with that. There we are with that. I'm going to rub that in. And we're going to rub like that. And there we are with our dyed leather. Gonna set this off to the side. Take my gloves off for now because we will be doing more leather working here in a minute. And then while that dries, we're just gonna have some Q&A, like FaceTime with each other. That way I can actually pay attention to y'all's questions and comments and stuff. We'll have to, there it goes. Okay. Just trying to get situated. Hey, Misty. Got my cab order today. All right on, Kit. What? That sounds awesome, Liz. I love the look of leather, too. I'm late. Were you able to keep Millie, or are you just fostering? I think we're going to keep her. We decided it had to have been the day before yesterday. Time is just blurred together, you guys. But we had decided, we were like, let's keep her. We'll at least give it another week. But we're pretty sure, unless Sam's interactions with her get worse, because they have been getting better. So unless that takes a backslide, we're keeping her. Grandma Millie. I've already wrapped 2 calves for my recent cab order. I still have loads of others. So she wasn't the neighbor's dog? Dude, we had taken her over. I had taken her over there and was like, asked the kids on the porch. I was like, is this your puppy? And one of them was like, yeah. And at the time I was like, well, I don't know. Or maybe she's just weird. Kids are weird. Like, grown-ups are weird. So, I don't know. And then, like, the very next day, she was running around loose again. And I'm just like, like, watch your dang puppy. Like, she's a little bumbling ball of chaos on a bit. Anyways, I've said this already. And so last Friday, whenever I went out to put the chickens to bed. She was there curled up under our wheelbarrow. I was like, that's it. They can come knock on my door and be like, you took my dog. And I'll be like, you need to watch your dog. And they haven't. So she's mine now. Those guys, I'm taking their dog. If she was hers at all. Or if she were theirs at all. But, ooh. Brooke says, ever tried attaching silver leaf to the back of a translucent cabochon? Do you think Mod Podge would work? I think Mod Podge would work for that. I'd wait for it to get, like, real tacky, though. Like, real, like, sticky. Hey, Lydia. I'm really excited, too. Well, we still have 20 minutes until the after party. Woo, this is a dog. Kit says, I finished my pendant I made from the quartz my dad gave me. I'm not totally happy about the tree, but overall it's good. Gonna give it to him tomorrow. All right on, Kit. Hey, Mama G. She says, just ran across your channel. First time here, just subscribed. I love crafts. Right on. Well, we're glad to have you. Well, if it's tacky like you, then it's tacky like me, Stephanie. Oof. Witch and Gnome says, I need to get a wire order together. I got 21 cabs from you. I need to wrap up. Haven't wanted to give them up. Oh, no. To be honest, from the get-go, I didn't believe it was their dog. I lived in that country, and I... Gotcha. Okay. Well, I hope she likes the channel. Don't overhype us too bad, you guys. I mean, y'all are awesome, but, like, lower your expectations from me. Only 21? Oh, CA glue might work for the glass and silver leaf, too. That's a good idea, Chippy. How long does Mod Podge take to get very tacky? If you do quite a thin coat, not very long. Aha. Okay. Ooh, I hate waiting for this stuff to dry. Maybe the first one that we did might be ready. She hates being in her kennel when she's not napping. Okay. Do y'all want to see what we made, how the stuff we made with cosplay came out? Okay. I gotta unplug. I knew. What? Oh my gosh, Kit, what a collection. A dragon's hoard, if you will. I'm just gonna back this up. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, my tablet. I gotta go get my tablet. Can't go in there without my tablet, yo. Okay. Backing it back up. Okay. What? What are you judging me for? Ow, I ran over a dog there. Our house is a disaster. I'm just gonna. Would it be easier if I stood? Yes. Will I? No. Oh, I'm tangled in the walker that's covered in hammocks. Vaughn, why are you like this? Haha. Okay, so we're over here in my sculpting corner. Let me get the lights turned on. Okay. So, we're gonna get this flipped around. Oh, Gary, he says I should be stitching a pouch right now, but here I am. Here we are. Mama G says I wheel my chair everywhere too. So, this is how the little gnome turned out. We haven't painted him yet. But check out the flexibility of that. So you can really, there's a little bit of flex. But what really makes me happy, you guys, is the little Cthulhu mollusk Cthulhu that I made for Randy. Check out his, and this has been baked. Like, that is cool to me, that it has that level of flexibility without the tentacles breaking. Like, that makes me so happy. Ooh, I need to open up a present from Misty. Where'd it? So Misty must have found my Amazon wish list because she has been sending me some of the coolest early birthday presents that a crafter could hope for. And I want to try out these new pigment powders, you guys. Actually, the most recent thing that I've added to my wish list are pan pastels, which is something that I had never heard of before because I had always just used like chalk pastels, but the chalk pastels that I have are not color fast. So that's kind of troublesome because I want, you know, whatever colors I put on to stay there. So these are, it's for nails, but it's like, it's a manicure pigment, but they do look super cool. Based on the reviews I was reading, people were like, get the flat ones instead of the ones that like stack together. But I think I'm going to try to get the ones that stack together just because I think that will be how I function best. Oh, this has got some product on it. That's okay. I'm fabulous now. Look at that shimmer. Very cool. I like these little containers that they're in too. Hey CD, welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Well, because there's an artist that I really admire her work on Instagram. I think it's like Manic Moth or Magic Moth or something. Or Moth Magic. I don't know, but she's flippin' talented and seems really cool. And she had posted a video and said that she uses pan pastels. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to try that out. Okay. The hollow nail powder. This is the stuff that, like, we cannot keep holographic moons in stock. They have so much packaging, though, on this stuff. I'm like, just send me the little thing wrapped in, like, bubble wrap or something. I am shiny now. Von de Glitterfied. Oh no, okay. First layer of the no wipe top coat. I'll have to save this for Maddie. Okay. So this is how our little mushroom came out. And again, you can see perfectly flexible little fringe there on that. And then these are some more of the mushroom tops that I was trying something different. I wanted to kind of see, but we will put all of our clay together, all of our unbaked and baked stuff. Oops, because I'm gonna have to finish those up eventually. And I am going to prepare up those, yes, some more moon molds. Super durable, I'm calling it. Yes. Oh, right on. And y'all, I trust Penny Van's opinions on this stuff. She's probably the most well-researched crafter I've ever met. Witch and Gnome says, so if I start playing with clay and I'm unable to bake before I go to work, how would you store the project? One of my favorite things to do is to just have a little, like, almost like a chafing dish lid. So let's say that this is an unfinished project. I would either put it on its pile into an empty drawer, which I don't have any of right now. I have some that are higher up, or sometimes I'll use larger drawers and put it in there just to keep the dog fur off. Or you can do very similarly to how I have over here to keep the dust off of my clay machine. You can just put it on like a tray and put a box over it, and that will keep the dust and things out of it. So just, I like to keep it to where it's not making contact directly with plastic. Ouch. Ooh, that drill got me. Maybe I should put things away. Will I? No, but I should. These drawers here, I can store unwrapped clay in it, and it does not, at least the Sculpey, does not react with this plastic, which I'm really, really glad for, because some plastics, it will totally melt to. Yeah, the holographic stuff is crazy useful. Okay. Keep. I'm going to just save all of those little applicators. And then I have a little drawer here that I keep my holographic. There we go. And let's pull this out, because I need to get more moves made anyways. I use, whenever these trays go to where they're not sticky anymore and they're like been used to the point of being pretty much unusable, I use them as dust covers for molds, or like little separators for on molds. Okay, so this is the same brush that I use for all of these applications, and this color is the mermaid color that Misty had sent. Ooh, and it sounds like, there we go. So I'm just gonna load up and start applying it. Wow, it's a very reddish gold shimmer. That's interesting. Now, the nice thing is for these nail powders is unlike Pearlex pigments, they do not dust up into the air. So normally I do still wear a mask, but for the sake of during this, the video so that y'all can hear me talk, but I am being careful. Pro says you can retack those. How do you retack them? And a lot of it is, it's just hard once they get, like, if I drop it and it lands face down on the floor, like, there is so much dog fur on it. Oh, I'm loving this, y'all. Misty, this is such a pretty color. So, so pretty. And so it's something that I do when I'm like doing production mode like this, where we need it for whether it's booty boxes or website sales or our own inventory production for our booth. I'll just make like all of these molds in the same color. But if I'm looking to get a little bit more diverse with it, mix it up a little bit, I'll do one color for one row, another color for the next row. I'm in here, baby. How's it going?
How do you want us to drain this meat?
What pan did you cook it in?
Well,
That's perfect. To drain it,
you want to come super fast for a second?
okay, I need to go check on dinner, guys. I'll be right back. It's going great in there. They're making taco casserole. Misty, I had not thought of it that way. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Ooh. Now this is interesting. Now this seems to be very similar to another color that I had been using. Which is excellent because it sells very well, but I love this green to purple shift. I feel so bad. I can't give Millie my undivided attention right now. And Randy and Maddie are cooking, so she's kenneled up and she's just horribly neglected. Just ask her. Oh, thank you so much, Mama G. She says, I'm really enjoying this, keeping things off my mind for now. Dude, we are more than happy to be a distraction. Like, and honestly, this is a wonderful once a week that I get to go and be distracted from the regular day to day and just craft and have fun. So I really appreciate y'all being here. So thank you guys. Do, 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 do. But yeah, and I like to be a little heavier handed as opposed to being stingy. There is going to be an after party this evening, Elijah, from 7:30 to 9 p.m. for our $1 and up Happy Crafter Club members. Which, if any of y'all have any questions about that, you can feel free to email us at backtoearthcreations.com. If you're interested in supporting the channel and joining our after party, sorry, I've gone into commercial mode. Shameless self-promotion. But you can check out the links down in the video description. You can join our Happy Crafter Club, which is like a monthly subscription service, or you can find us over on Patreon. Now on Patreon, we only do our $1 and $5 membership levels, but whereas over on our own website, we also do like 10 to like 10, 20, 30, 40, and $50 membership levels, and the higher you pledge, the more you get. So, like the $10 is where we start doing booty boxes, $20 where we start including wire in the booty boxes. So if you want to get your hands on the same materials that we use in our tutorials, that's a really great way of getting some pretty serious bang for your buck. Oh, and also all of them, whether it's $1 and up, or $1 or up, you get a 20% off coupon to our shop. And currently that applies for all items on the website, including our oils and stickers, which Maddie's been making stickers and posting them to the sticker shop. Beep boop, what was I saying? Yeah, the only thing that the coupons don't count for are like our auction items, which we don't currently have any auctions right now. So, ooh, Silver says, I'm in the Happy Crafter Club. Hey, Silver, do I just stay here for the after party, or do you send a special link? We will be emailing a special link out to folks, so be sure to keep an eye on your email. We also post it over to our Patreon for those of y'all who are signed up via Patreon for stuff like this, and then also we will be posting it to our members only stream page on our Craft Along blog. That's like the members only section. Again, any questions or anything, y'all just hit us up and we'll try our best to be helpful to you. Now this is actually a Chaos Makeup eyeshadow that I absolutely love and seems to react really well with resin as a pigment. Like, I've been using this for about 3, possibly 4 years now, and the colors are still holding up really well. It's like a purple orange shift. I'd gotten it for my Spyro the Dragon costume that we had put together. But super heavily pigmented, and it just buttery smooth applying it, both as a resin pigment and as an eyeshadow. Making sure I get down into the tips. Okay, that's going to be my last purple one, I think, and then I'm going to do the last 3 as holographic. And then these were some molds that I had made just with some broken necklace components. Ah, right on. Cindy says, I love cosplay. It is able to be used for so many things. I do too. Like, I think I'm hooked, y'all. And just the fact that you can use it with polymer clay, like just regular old Sculpey and stuff as well, makes me so happy. I really want to get my paws on some of that, some of the Glow cosplay powder though. But I've yet to find it on Amazon. Ooh, I love this. Oh, I am like way zoomed out, y'all. There we go. Now I can wander out of frame. But I absolutely love the holographic. Bye, Gnome. Time to go get ready for work. Actually, it's 7 p.m. I need to be getting going as well. I'm going to do the last 3 moons. And then first things first, whenever we get into the after party, I'm going to be pouring the resin into these. But I'm going to go take Millie out and play with her in the backyard. And so if we're running a little late, I'm definitely going to blame it on the puppy. But time well spent. So yeah, be sure to keep an eye on your emails, y'all, and we will get that sent right off to you at 7:30. Ugh, I zoom in and then I joke about being out of frame, and then I'm out of frame. So, oh well. Oh, I'm gonna do some nice little holographic on this stag beetle. There we go. Oh, Stephanie's still in a food coma. Alrighty, you guys. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. I will see y'all either... Oh, there's my hair clips. I've been hiding them. Oh, I found them though. Yay. Okay, I will see y'all either in the after party or in Monday's shop. Saturday, 11 a.m. We're having a premiere on the Vonster blog if y'all want to see our This Week in the Homestead post. And then we'll see you guys in Monday's shop update, or we'll see you in the after party. So get all the glitter off me. Bye guys. Happy crafting.